Well, hey folks, I'm going to do a little info video. We all are trying to get, ourselves involved in audio. And it's really simple. And I want to share it with y'all because I'd like to see more people get involved with the audio. I mean, if you can't get out and be in the woods, you know, effectively, at the right place, so do audio drops. Do 24-hour audio drops, pick it up the next day, review it. So let me show y'all from the install, because this is really simple. And I mean, it could be more complex. I've fumbled my way through it, and I'm going to help y'all fumble. So here we go. You're going to get in here in Audacity. It's a free software. Make sure it's got that little copyright deal. And let's go into this. There's a few little steps before you actually download them. So let's go to download in 2.3.3. And I'm gonna need Windows. I don't have to tell you what you have, but I've got Windows. And let's get down here. The one with manual, you never know. You might need that. Learning the hotkeys. Alright. Here's the download actually. So make sure you download the right one. And this is the one I'm looking for. And from here, just go ahead and hit run. Go through the install wizard. And it'll place you an icon on your desktop. And you will have the free software of Audacity. So let's jump into how to make it look like this, if that's your preference. Or you might like the white screen that it comes with. Come up here to edit. Drop down to preferences. You seen the hotkey option there, didn't you? Control P. And the interface. I have chosen high contrast. I mean, that is yeah. See, this is going to be, that's just too bright. A lot of times mine is running right beside me while I'm sleeping. I'll play like the time frame, actually about like when I'm in bed. So like from 9 till 4 or 5 in the morning, I'll let that play beside me. So if there's something, I missed while just looking on the screen, I'll catch it in my sleep. And let me tell you that the train comes like every hour. So anyhow, let me get back to my look. Actually, I don't even need to do that because I've got, nope, it's got hit, went and did them all. So let's go back into preferences. Interface. I like the high contrast. And the next step is I'm going to assume that you already know how to download your audio on your computer. And when you want to go find your audio, come over here to File, go to Open, and wherever you've got your audio stored, I mean, I've got mine in like 3 different places because I had installed a solid state drive, and I had external hard drive, and blah blah blah. I have got them a little bit everywhere. So somebody that OCD with their computer will probably seize up over mine. Yeah, so just pick your audio, hit open, it's going to pop. I just apologize to my computer. So, alright, now right here, this will show the timeline, and it's fit to screen right now. So it's a little over 24 hours. And these are spikes that I will go in and kind of listen to see what that was. Some of them you almost recognize as, you do it enough in an area that, like this right here, I know that's going to be the train. So now I had updated to a solid state drive and more RAM because everything I did. Well, let me give you an example. If I tried to zoom in too much too fast, I am going to get not responding up here, and that's usually that it would take 30 minutes for it to recoup on the way I had a computer set up before. Now it tends to listen a little better. And just when I wanted to use an example, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, there it is. Not responding. There, she's responding now. All right. So let's go in here and try to find something that is interesting. And let's zoom in a little bit. I kind of tend to do it like one click at a time. Alright, now I can get a little bit more precise with what this is. If I'm guessing, that's probably grazing something. Yep. I have gotten this, so this is typically what I do on sounds. And you point click and you can use your space bar to play and pause. And let's go into how you can make what's right in here. Let's do this. Let me zoom in a little bit more so we can see what I'm doing here. Alright. Let's go in here and pick a little piece if there's nothing there. This is how I'd go about quieting up. The easy is, this is the, no, I didn't highlight nothing. Told you, fumbling my way through here. It's going to want a noise sample. And what I did is highlighted a piece of that has nothing in it that I would like to get out, or at least reduce. And this little area that I highlighted is what it's getting the profile from. Now we'll do that again from the effects tab. Come back down here to noise reduction. And now see, this is the getting ahead of myself. Click over here and it'll select all, or like this. I'm just wanting to this little area right here. I clean the static out of it, or the ambient sounds. And now that I've already gotten that noise profile, it's still got that in there. It'll stay in there the whole time you're working on this particular, audio, from front to end. These are my settings. You can play with them. They'll start to affect the noise that you are trying to amplify or clean up. But these are what I work with is 963. It seems to always work for me. Now watch the thickness of them lines, them tracks. They just thinned up some. Now let's see what that sounds like. Okay. Let's undo that and see what it sounded like. Okay. That was just a little tutorial of that. And let's say you wanted to export this to share it like it was something, maybe it was the air raid, call that we always want to catch. Come back over here after you highlight the specific one you want, go to File, let's go to export and make sure you hit export selected audio. You know, because you do this, it's gonna do the whole thing. So hit export selected audio, and I usually leave them like this with timestamps, and and I name them after that with underscores, dashes, and then I'd hit save, and it's going to give you your file over there now to email, what have you. And let's go back in here. I'm going to show you how to get this look. You have the other, let's go back up in here. See this little triangle right here. If you click on that, this is what this was supposed to look like in the screen that you have right now. If you come over here, select this little triangle, come down here to spectrogram, and it won't look like this. I've cleaned this one up, but I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. These are spectrogram settings. It won't highlight until after you've chosen spectrogram. These right here are numbers you can play with. Like I said, I'm just stumbling my way through this. You pick how you want to do it, or you can run off what I'm doing and tweak it. See, I had it on grayscale. To me, it looks like I got bad vision trying to look at it this way. So back to grayscale. But them numbers right there. The reason I'm doing this on the video so you can pause and get them numbers. Now, this right here is you can raise and lower the dB. But then again, you're going to be clipping up here. We'll see. If I raise that up. All right. Now, here is a playback speed. It's set at 1 right here. But no matter what I do, if I change this right here, watch this. We went from a coyote to a kitten. So now I've got that set right there, but if I come over here and just hit play right here, original form. This will help on if you was listening to audio and wanting to listen to it all the way through, you could just leave this playing and it just play all the way through until you get something of importance, and then you can go back to this play. It's kind of like the cat sound from the coyote. We'll see if we get a bunch of cats right here. Oh, you can't pay for this, man. It's too much. So, anyhow, let's go down here. There was this one right here. We're going to clean up this one. Okay. In a waveform, I tried looking for audio I can clean up a little better, but man, they always just seem to be right on top of my audio. And what I'm doing is giving you the fundamentals, and the fundamentals will get most of your audio cleaned up. Now, on a spectrogram is where you can notice this difference a little better. And I do this in these stages to most audios, and you can always back it up. Whatever you've done, you can undo it, reapply it a different way. So we'll start off with this first. You're going to have to arrow down to get the low pass filter to pop up. And oh, here I go. Amateur hour. Control A or click right here, and that'll select the whole audio clip right there. And this audio clip's only 55 seconds. It's the reason I selected all. You don't want to do that on, a 24-hour, or you're going to be waiting for a little bit for whatever you're doing to happen to it. So once you've selected your particular audio, then come in here, low pass filter. These numbers work for me. You can tweak them. We're all coming in here together as researchers to better ourselves, and that's the reason I'm doing this video. So this right here, the low pass filter, is going to let everything from, off of the 1500 frequency down come pass through. It's just what it says, low pass filter. You see it clean up just a little bit there. Alright, let's do this again. Whoops, I'm in the wrong spot. Let's go with the high pass filter. Once again, these numbers, just the ones I'm using. And I mean, you tweak them how your audio may need it. They may all be different. That cleaned off the bottom. Now, in this, this is the exact order I do this in. And now I don't want to select all. I want just, let's see right here, we got the, okay, so let's go in here and get us a noise sample of the dead air that none of our target vocals are in. Go to the effect, noise reduction, and once again, this is our profile. We got it. And if you were selecting, larger amounts, which that wouldn't make sense. Don't do that. Just pick a small spot. And this is, once again, the numbers that I've been using. You can change them. They'll start to affect the target vocal if you, do too much. Hit OK. Oh, look at me. I just cleaned up that one little spot. Learn from my mistakes. Select all. It still has that noise profile, so we're still good. Nobody panic. I know everybody's getting a little, worried right there. So it's all right here for us still. And there we go. Now that's a whole lot cleaner. You can always go into the effect and amplify it. Like right now, this ain't working until, excuse me, I have to hit stop. Then these others that weren't highlighted will work. So I don't know if the amplify is going to work that great on this one, but we'll try it. Sometimes that can bring back in the, let's see, back into white noise. Let's see what that sounds like. Oh, I didn't have it selected. That's what was going on there. Now this right here, I don't use allow clipping because it kind of gives me a safety bumper when I try to move things. See, it won't let me do it because it'll clip and by clipping, the audio will be all over this red up here and distorting your speakers. So right there works. Safety bumpers on. There we go. Boy, that sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Okay, well, this is going to be a wrap up. I encourage people to join in the conversation. If you've got experience, man, leave us comments. If you've enjoyed this and it's taking your game, making it better, Let us know that too. That's what we're here for. We're fellow researchers. We're all here for the same thing. Thanks for watching.